Hi everybody, welcome to the second part of our Crown Chakra painting. This is the last video in our 7-part chakra painting series, and I'm so happy to have you here doing these paintings. So I wanted to take this opportunity to share with you some of the readings that I've done while we were doing these series, the readings that inspired me to do these series, and what informed me when talking about the chakras throughout these paintings. So my first source of inspiration was Shola Arewa. Amazing author. She put in touch the chakras with aspects of my culture and gave me more of a connection with the chakras. And then there is, of course, Anodea Judith with her Wheels of Life. Just a huge resource for all sorts of methods of looking at the chakras, of getting in touch with the chakras. She also inspired the connections that I make through my art with the chakras. And I want to bring a quote from her book that really brought the Crown Chakra into perspective for me. And she said, "Our 1,000-petal lotus must keep its roots in the earth to maintain its blossom." And I just thought that was so beautiful. From the root chakra, our spine being the stem, moving all the way up to our blossoming lotus at the crown chakra. Absolutely gorgeous. Really brought that one into perspective for me. And then the book that I was reading during teacher training and am still slowly reading and digesting, which is Yoga of the Subtle Body by T.S. Little. So those are the books that I've been referencing, reading throughout my exploration of the chakras. I will also put all of those in the description so you can look at them later. Okay, so without further ado, let's finish painting the crown chakra. Okay. So now we're going to work our way around the edges. So going back to a small pointy brush, here's where you can use your violet or your blue. If you just have blue, then you're going to take a little bit of that blue and you're going to take some of your magenta, maybe 1 scoop of blue and 2 scoops of magenta, and mix them around. You're going to get a violet, and a pretty nice violet at that. So we've got that violety blue. Maybe I'll do another scoop of magenta in there. And then I'm going to use this to outline my outer petals. So first, going around my last set of petals, I'm just going to outline on the outside of the white line on each petal. And this is going to create a shadow, helping my lotus stand out from the background. So going all the way around. Is all the way around. We're going to go back to our small square brush, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to go into my magenta paint, and then right over that purple paint, that wet purple paint, I'm going to start to drag that purple out. Ooh, and it looks like mine already started to dry, so we're just going to improvise and use that violet and pull it out. But hopefully yours is still wet. I was having a time fiddling with my camera and I let my paint dry. So there we go. Movie magic. So we're pulling that paint out. And we're just using that magenta to go right over that purple and pull that purple out towards the edges, giving us this nice little shadow. If you pull some white paint out too, that's okay, just work it in. All right, so now we've got our shadow. We're gonna go back in. I'm just gonna take some of that purple again, and I'm going to outline the second set of petals as well. And it just helps kind of bring out that last set of petals. So just going right into my third set, right up against it. So just that little tip that touches the background there, we're just going to drag that right in. And just that second outer set. And you can always work those little corners into the background a little bit if you want. Leave those little shading tidbits up to you. There we go. Right, super energetic. Really standing out there. So now we want to work the background a little bit more before we get into that center there to put in our Om, our sound of the universe. So I'm going to take my square brush again. I'm going to take some of that purple that I made. I'm just going to put some more magenta in there just to make a different shade. And then I'm going to take that. I'm going to do like these frowny faces or C's around the edge, just creating that movement. And there's not a whole lot of space on the outside here in the background, so you don't need a whole lot. It's just going to set that background back. And then you can go into some magenta. You can add some magenta in there as well. And then maybe even take a little bit of white, mix it with your magenta, and you get this light pink, and you can take some of this and maybe throw that in the background as well, just to add to that movement. There we go. Yes. Okay, so now for our Om, we're going to take our pointy brush again, and we're going to dip it into the white paint and twirl that brush around in the paint so you get that point back. So now we're going to draw our Om. So our Om kind of looks like a number 3, and we have this sort of hook here on the right side that we need to make space for. So we're going to put our 3, just talking about the symbol here, we're going to put our 3 right about on the first half of our circle. So if you want to make a mental note of where the half of the circle is, you're going to fit your 3 in here. So I'm going to start. I'm going to just loosely put in a 3 first, and then we can go and kind of fancy it up a little bit. And then I'm going to make sure that my hook fits in there. So I'm going to make a straight line going from the center of my 3 first out towards the right. And then I'm going to make a hook or like a C. So I'm going to come up and around. And then on top of that, we have like a dash or an apostrophe. So I'm going to do kind of like almost like a smirk, not quite a smiley face, but a smirk. And then over that, it looks like a diamond. So I'm just going to do a brush stroke. It kind of looks like a square. So that is the base, the stencil of my own. Now to fancy it up, I'm going to do another brush stroke around my 3, coming into the center there, so thickening up that top, and then coming up, I'm going to kind of square off that center. Then I'm going to do the same thing, but the point over here is going to end in a tip instead of being boxy, like the top of my 3. So I'm going to come around, add a little bit of thickness there, and then pull my brush away as I end with a point. And then we can come back around and we're going to outline this so it really stands out. So now we're going to go into our hook. Again, at the bottom, I'm just going to add another brush stroke to sort of thicken that up. And then I'm going to come back around the hook. And again, it's going to end with a point, just like the bottom of my 3 did. Maybe coming a little bit more in. And we can fix this when we do our outline. Okay, so now that we've got that there, now we can go up to the apostrophe, and that is going to have a point coming in towards the middle, and it's going to end with a boxy end on the right side. Perfect, all done. Okay, now we just have to outline this. So now I'm going to go into my purple, or you can also use your purple mixture. And I'm just going to go around the edge of my own, create an outline. And I'm seeing that that's not really doing a great job showing up, so I'm going to do the blue and magenta mixture, I think. And I'm just going to outline, sort of fixing up any edges that may have got away from me. And you can always come back in with some magenta, maybe making that diamond a little bit more of a diamond. Yeah, there it is. There is our Sahasrara chakra, our Crown Chakra. I'm hoping that this series was relaxing, just something that kept you going throughout these weeks, maybe a little enlightening, a little inspiring, because it was for me, and I've really enjoyed painting with everybody and seeing your finished products. So if you have any finished paintings, please post them on social media, show me. You can message me too, but I'd love it if I could post them on Instagram, on Facebook, just so I can show everybody like how lovely all the paintings came out. Okay, so that's it, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for painting with me. I've really enjoyed doing this series, and I hope to do more like it in the future. If you had fun, if you haven't started from the beginning, check out the playlist here. And if you want to do yoga together, go right here and we can do some yoga together. Also, don't forget to like this and subscribe to my channel. It really helps in supporting what I'm up to here, supporting it in the future. So let's do this again. Bye for now.